This is a bit of a random and bizarre sort of video, but I wanted to make it to make people aware. So I had a meeting in uni the other day with one of my the course leader kind of my whole course basically, because basically if you know already, or if you don't, I made a documentary for one of my assessments last semester. With this assessment, I did this documentary on my own because it was split. Because you could either make a documentary or you could write an essay about a documentary, I believe. And it was really unevenly split, so more people did an essay about a documentary than people actually making a documentary. I think the total people making a documentary, there two trios, and then there was me who was on my own. Basically, long story short, I got my feedback in January, and it wasn't the nicest, to be honest. Like, I get critical feedback, I totally get that, but when you've gotten feedback and you've read through it and you've sat there and then you've had to call your friend crying over it because of how like harsh it is, then you know something's wrong there. So from immediately finding out, and how it made me feel, I was emailing the two lecturers I had for that course and was like, I would like to have a meeting. Can we have one? And in the end, I had the lecturer that primarily assessed my work. That meeting was a couple of weeks ago. And I explained that, I was doing this on my own. I had other things I was doing for that semester, like a essay and another thing I was filming for. And with both things I was filming, even though the other thing I was filming was with two other people, I still had I was editing both projects, because for the thing I was doing in the trio, for this other project, I was the best one to edit it. I had the software and the knowledge to edit it, and then obviously for my documentary I was on my own and obviously had to edit it myself. I also was like, I had other things going on, personal, like I won't dig into it, it's more, if you know, you know. And obviously I wasn't looking for sympathy and sympathy marking, like you should feel bad you gave me the score, I need more marks because I was doing these other things. That's not what I was trying to achieve out of that meeting. It was trying to just trying to be heard, in what I had to say, and make him aware how the feedback had hurt me. I think what really pushed me over the edge when I was having this meeting with him is he was really rude to he was rude to my course leader, who helped me get some people for this documentary because I wanted his help. I trusted him because I've also had him as a lecturer, and I trusted him. And he was rude about all my participants in the film, which was really hurtful because a lot of people that were in it was, it was a lot of people I'm quite close to, like friend, family wise. So I was like, this is wrong. And immediately emailed my course leader to be like, hey, can we have a meeting? He said, yep, that's fine. That meeting was on Thursday. It was like a good, just over half an hour meeting, just to get everything off my chest. He totally agreed that, there is definitely a difference between critical feedback and just being plain ignorant and harsh and rude. And I said, well, I don't want anyone else doing this course. I'm doing film and television production, or any other course. They shouldn't have to feel horrible, you know, or feel like they need to give up their dream, their passion of what they want to do because someone has given not critical feedback but really harsh, horrible, you know, feedback that isn't appropriate, you know. And I also stated I don't want people to feel like that in my year or like the third year, or of course there's a motorbike. Anyways, I don't want people to have that feeling in like my year. I'm in second, third or first, or people who are coming to uni to receive such feedback and feel like they have to throw everything away because they don't feel like what they're doing they're good enough at. Because I felt that way, and there's been multiple times, more during my first year, that I was just like, you know, I don't want to do uni anymore, I'm not good enough, I just want to throw in the towel and quit. So, you know, so I was standing up for like future people who want to come to uni, and, you know, myself, and, you know, the people who've already been in, not just in my uni, like to anyone who sees this video. I think, you know, whatever you're dealing with, you know, if you're dealing with someone who, a lecturer, whoever, who's giving you such feedback that's not critical and is just plain rude and horrible, and is making you feel like you're not enough in your course, or you aren't good enough, please speak up. You know, don't drop out, because, you know, whatever you've chosen to do, you're obviously good at it to get this far into university to do it. So don't give up, persevere, speak up, and just, you know, be better than these people who are clearly so miserable and jealous that you have more talent than they do. So yeah, don't be afraid, speak up and pursue your dreams and your passion.